Hey, this is B Mungaroo here with another made-up deck for you. Today, I have built a deck that needs Red Eyes Black Dragon. Now, it's not like your Red Eyes Bee Chick or Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, I think his name is. It's actually, I've made one that actually requires to summon the fusions for them. The fusions that need Red Eyes, which are Meteor Bee Dragon and Bee Skull Dragon. And other cards, I put also other cards in there to make it easier to summon them and easier to keep them alive and bring them back and etc. So, let's get started. 3. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Because without it, the whole point of the deck is pointless. 3. Summon Skulls. And 2 Meteor Dragons. Now the monsters you just saw were the ones you need to help you summon those fusions I just told you. And the monsters I found to go with them to help make it easy to summon them are these monsters I'm about to show you. The first one is 3 King of the Swamp. Now King of the Swamp is a really good card for this deck because you can either discard it to add Polymerization to hand, or you can use them as one of the fusion materials. The only thing you gotta remember about is the rest must be the correct materials. So it can't be something that is treated as one of the materials. You can't be another King of the Swamp, can't be Prisma. Has to be the right card. So yeah, other than that, he's actually a really good card and I like him. 2 Entomohero Woodsman. 2 Entomohero Prisma. Now, I put him in the deck just because you can use his effect and reveal one of the fusions to treat himself as either a Red Eyes or a Meteor Dragon or Summon Skull. And then if you have the other one in hand, you could use Polymerization. Or if you have the other one in grave, you could use something like Dragon's Mirror because they're dragons. So he comes in really handy for the deck, so I like him a lot in it. Next one is 2 Wyverns. I chose to only use 2 Wyverns because I tried running 3 before, and I don't summon Rise that much from the grave of his effects, so I decided to only use 2 for now and fit other cards in. 1 Lost Dragon, which will be explained later why I'm running him. 1 Morphing Jar, because with using Polymerization, you're using up a lot of your hand, so he's a really handy card to refill your hand. 1 Granmole, because Granmole's is awesome. He can bounce away any monster that gets in your way, like any monster that the fusions can't handle. Plus, he just continuously bounces back to your hand, so he's a very resourceful card. Alright, now for the spells. 3 Polymerization to summon the fusion monsters. 2 Dragon Mirrors, because the fusions are dragons, so you can use it really easy in this deck. 2 Summoner's Art, in case you don't have one of the materials you need in your hand for Polymerization. And 2 Silver's Cry, because it can bring back 1 normal dragon monster from your graveyard. But note that you can't actually use them on fusions. You're not allowed, which I found out not long ago. But you can still use it on Red Eyes, you can still use it on Meteor Bee Dragon, and you can still use it on Luster Dragon. Which is why I run Luster Dragon because of this card, because I could summon another level 4 and an overlay for something I need. So even though I can't use it on my fusions, it's still very handy. 1, hand destruction, in case of those bad hands and you desperately need a better one. 1 day apiece, in those moments of time where you need some stall and a little bit of draw. And the rest of the spells are the staples. 2 Mixwell Space Typhoons. And 1 Dark Hole. Right. For the traps, we have 3 Call of Hunters. Now I run 3 of these because I can bring back my dragon fusions with this card. Because when a card can't be special summoned from the graveyard, that's a fusion, it will say this card can only be special summoned by fusion summon. Or something like that. With these cards they don't say that. So you can bring them back, Call of Haunted, and summon them. So I use that just because it comes in severely handy. I could bring back Prisma during the end phase, get a Polymerization, bring back Grand Mole, bounce a card. I can do heaps of other things there, but it can bring back the fusions as well, which is awesome. I also run 2 Safe Zones. Now I run Safe Zone in particular just because the only thing they got is like massive amount of attack points, which is awesome. There are a lot of cards that can easily probably destroy them. So I run 2 Safe Zones to protect them, because you know when you normally do a fusion summon, you might, if they get destroyed too soon, you might be in a situation where it's bad. So if you play Safe Zone, you can protect them for a little bit. They may not be able to attack directly, but there's still a high beta that can smack down all their monsters. But now cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And then the rest of the traps are pretty much just staples. 1 Bottomless Trap Hole. 2 Dark Bribes. 1 Torrential Tribute. And 2 Mirror Force. Alright. Now to show you the extra deck. 3 Meteor Bee Dragon. And our other one, 3 Bee Skull Dragon. I run 3 of them each. Otherwise, you know, you might find a lot of times that now you have Polymerization for no reason. Or Dragon's Mirror, because you don't run 3 of them. So I reckon it's a must-free for each of them. Now, considering that you use Woodsman and Prisma in this deck, I've decided to run a couple of the E-Heroes. One is Entomo Hero, Absolute Zero. Now, even though Woodsman can't treat himself as one of the materials, the thing is, he's actually a water attribute. So I can use him plus one of the E-Heroes to make him. And even though it wouldn't happen often, the fact is, Ocean's a really good fusion monster that can just destroy all of your opponent's monsters when it leaves the field. So I had to run him, because he's just a really good card. I also run 1 Entomo Hero, Great Tornado. Now I use him because I run 2 Wyverns and a Luster Dragon. So I only have 3 targets for him, but he's still a pretty good card because when you summon him, he just has all your opponent's monsters in half. I mean, their attack points. So he comes in very handy, which is pretty cool. One Entomo Hero, Expirado. I may be pronouncing that wrong. But he only just gains 100 attack points for each E-Hero in there. I basically just put him in there just for, just had options in case I didn't have the right fusion materials. So at least then, you know, my options would be widened if I needed to summon something. So I put him in there. 1, number 11 Big Eye. To make Red Eyes Black Dragon more useful because he needs 2 level 7s. 1 Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack, which can also be used with Red Eyes because he's a level 7. 1 Gusto. Now he's pretty good for the deck as well, but he can actually bring back the fusions, unlike Silver's Cry, because Silver's Cry says 1 normal monster from your graveyard, where Gusto says 1 non-effect monster from your graveyard, which means he can bring back the fusions. Plus, he can recover cards like King of the Swamp and such. One, number 39 Utopia. And 1 Misstroke. Well, that's the whole deck. I hope you really enjoyed this one. This deck was probably one of the most time consuming to figure out how to make. I spent so much time deck testing, making sure it was working all good, make sure it functioned as best as it could. And it took a long time to do it, but I think I have got it. But tell me what you think of it. So leave a comment and please subscribe. 「乾いた唇にいつつく太陽に」